If you are a kind and loving keto giver, whether you're a grandmother, a mother, sister, aunt, uncle, whatever, and you love giving your baked goods as gifts, I have got such a treat for you today. I don't know, this could be a mess. We're going to see. I think it's a treat. I have friends, and when I made the almond ricotta cake, keto almond ricotta cake, I had friends over for dinner, and they loved it so much. They're not keto. They said, we need the recipe to this because it's just such a great cake. So I have one here. I made it last night, and I thought, okay, I can't take it to the restaurant like this. I have to make this fancy. So you can help me try and wrap this up for them. I'm going to make the box indistinguishable. It's not going to look like a postal service box. I've got tissue. I've got wrapping paper. I've got bows. The cooking's already done. I will tag the recipe for this amazing cake in the description or on the end screen. Okay. So this is what we have. I have some wonderful cellophane. It was a gift to me by a friend who was moving, and she gave me all her gift paper and cellophane and things. Okay, I have another roll if this won't work. Okay, be right back. Okay, let's get this one going. Okay, you do need a bigger piece than you ever thought you'd need. And yes, this would be easier to do on my big dining room table, but I'm going to make it work here because the lighting is better. Okay, so you saw it's a 9-inch springform pan. So I'm thinking I need at least double that. This is like arts and crafts in school, isn't it? Do you do this for gifts and friends and little grandkids or whoever else you're doing gifts for? There we go. Okay, I want to make it big enough that it's almost too big. I asked a surgeon once, how does he get such straight lines? And he said, well, you know when you cut gift wrap paper and you just put the scissors in there and go? I said, yeah. He goes, that's basically what I do. Terrifying, huh? Okay, now we're going to put the cake. This is such a great cake. Now, I made it yesterday, and it's been in the fridge. I have this wonderful springform pan with a lip on it. Isn't that wonderful? It said to loosen the edges with a knife, but I didn't even need to do that. This is just perfect. Now, I have this wonderful serving platter that says, hello, sugar pie, and I'm going to donate that as the gift. You know, that's one thing you can always do when you go to someone's house for dinner is have a nice hostess gift. And I'm going to get, I don't know if a spatula is the way to go or not. I have to, do you think the whole cake's going to fall in half? No, that couldn't happen. I'm just going to slide it on here. Oh, piece of cake. No pun intended. There we go. And there's the bottom. And you know, when you grease under the parchment and on top of the parchment, you shouldn't have any problems. I'm going to put a towel under it so that it doesn't destroy my counter if I mess up a little bit. Come on. Okay. Now, all you have to do is put a spoonful of the powdered sweetener. I think I told you in a previous video that I never buy powdered allulose anymore or any sweetener. I just buy the regular and then I put it in my NutriBullet and pulverize it myself. And look at that. It's just absolutely perfect. And this way you don't get any big clumps or lumps. Just a nice little sugar dusting. And because it's cold, it's not going to melt. If you do this when the cake is too warm, it's going to melt and dissolve completely. I know that firsthand. Okay, look how easy that was because you have the right tools. What a lovely cake. And I didn't want to walk into the restaurant. It's not a gift basket, right? So I didn't want to walk in the restaurant with just a wrapped cake. So I thought I'd put it in a fancy box. And no, it's not fancy just yet. It will be. Look at that, how easily this does. It comes together. Beautiful. I have one more touch, and I have to get a rubber band. Look at that. I'll twirl it a little. I always think I have everything I need before I begin. Always something I've forgotten. Okay, let's see here. See if I can do this without tearing the cellophane. It's very delicate. I made cookies and I put them in a jar of pecans, candied pecans. And one of my lovely viewers commented and said, I loved watching you struggle with the bow. I thought I was the only one who struggled. So here I am struggling with the cellophane. I'm just going to trim this one. There we go. And we need a bow or birthday like. And I'm just going to do a bow. Nothing fancy, not a looped bow, not going around 1,000 times. And if you're one of those people who enjoys watching me struggle, buckle up. Here we go. Sorry, I couldn't do it backwards for you. I'm only human. Okay, I don't want to push it too far down. All right, so there we are. We have a beautiful cake. I'm going to trim him a little bit more. So we're going to set this aside for a minute. Look at this beautiful gift. Wouldn't you love to get that? And like I said, these friends are not on keto, but they loved this almond ricotta cake. It's from Carolyn at All Day I Dream of Food. I dream about food. Anyway, so, and I have that on a separate video, which I'll tag at the end of this video. Okay. So what I thought I would do, did you ever watch on TV when someone gets a gift, they just lift the box off, this gift wrap box, they just lift the lid. It's never taped. It's never the whole box wrapped. Well, I was thinking of that, and I thought, well, I could do similar. I cut the flaps off the box, and I'm just going to cover the box inside and out. Let's see, I need more if I'm going to do inside and out. And now I'm going to be like a doctor cutting just right, like this. Let's see if that's going to work. Almost. Here I'm just reinforcing the corners. That was easy. Not. Okay. Now the good news is that this little patchwork quilt I have down on the bottom of this box is not going to show. Starting, and I need something to hold the plate steady too. So I don't know if this is going to be stiff enough, but it should be. This is some light sparkly tissue. So I'll be wearing sparkles by the time I go to dinner. Okay, that should work. And then I've got one really fancy silver tissue that I'm going to put right like that. You see how well thought out this was? Execution is another story. And the polka dots match my polka dot ribbon. There we go. No lid. It's just going to be this. I do kind of want to trim it a little bit more. Yes, this is what happens when I cut my hair, is it goes the way of table legs. This one needs to be a little shorter. Now this one does. I just want to be able to grab the box without grabbing cellophane. Okay, the card has a beautiful copper strip on it, so I want that to show. Maybe I'll just put it over here. And it just says, thank you for inviting me out to dinner. So, hey, we're done. That was easy. And I will tag the recipe for the Italian almond ricotta cake when I tell you it's one of the easiest. It's one of my favorites. In fact, I ran to the store this morning and I bought more ricotta cheese because after making this, I was like, I want one. So I hope you can do this too for the people in your life that you love. There's going to be no cellophane left when I'm done. Okay, this is why I'm a content creator instead of a surgeon. For everybody's benefit. Okay, how sweet is that? So while this is a little different for me, instead of just a cooking video, what a great gift it's going to be. I can't wait to share it with my friends. If you're enjoying the content, please like and subscribe. It really helps my channel, and I need that help. I want to keep doing this for you. I really love this channel, and I love sharing recipes with you and even little hacks like this to make that such a nice presentation. This is RJ sending you lots of love. Thank you for joining me here at Keto Over 50. I look forward to seeing you next time.